Hello again, people, and welcome to the first episode of Punchin' Barons. This is going to be an interesting series in which I play some of the old school WADs from 1994. I'm going to separate all afterwards. This is basically going to be me playing like a level in the stream. Stop it, then basically stopping the recording, starting the next level, and basically going from there. So what you're basically seeing is a bunch of abridged together as well as me rambling and whatnot between it because I have to like set everything up for next level. So yeah, you guys in the stream get to see a bunch of extra setup. You on YouTube are not gonna have to see that setup because I'll be cutting it all down. Anyway, with that in mind, we're going to start our journey through old school WADs. Because of the fact of the matter that one I have to do check out the first of them all, ORIGWAD, plus the fact that matter, and here's the important one. There's not many videos on YouTube on really 94 watts after like Orange Watt and all that. Um, Mainly because they're absolutely terrible to get through for most people apparently. And most people would say they're absolutely terrible quality, never to touch them. This is pretty much all that I've ever played for Doom levels. So yeah, I want to exactly show what exactly I've gone through, what I'm used to for like a Doom PWAD, and what I kinda expect from the community based on what I've seen. It's absolutely terrible, it's absolutely miserable, but I'm gonna do it! And you guys are coming along for that ride. And that's what's fun about the stream format. I get to force you to come along with me. It's an awesome journey now, ain't it? Anyway, P-Wad, wait, why do I keep saying P-Wad? It's OrangeWad. I just want to keep saying P-Wad, even though that's what everyone remembers. Yeah, good job, me. Let's see here. This is an experimental P-Wad file for use in Doom. It's rather simple since I cannot generate the node structure for anything more complex than this. Yes, this level is very different from like every other level, and the fact that they used the hex editor. This is before we got level editors in focus. So because of that, it was extremely simplistic. There's really not much to this level. Yeah, this is going to be like a very, very small level made just to kind of say, it even says this level's been generated entirely by hand, no editors were used to produce it. I know it isn't much, but I released it just to be the producer of the first completely original WAD file. Yes, before this we had stuff in the basically they're talking about like light and dark sectors, and otherwise it's a lot of like id Software's tools and whatnot for Doom. But this is the first original WAD file after like the Doom games and whatnot. Well, after the Doom games, should I say, not the Doom games, because this is for Doom 1. Doom 2 wasn't even out yet. This was March of 94, March 7th in 94, and I don't think Doom 2 came out until a few months later. So yeah, this predates Doom 2 by a little bit of time. Doom 2 came out, like, I want to say October? I'm probably botching that completely. Actually, no, I'm pretty much exactly right. September 30th. So yeah. And then we had like the different ports for Doom, which also came out in '94. Because after all, Doom wasn't just on the PC, and we had a lot of different unique console ports because of the fact the matter of all the limitations. But really, all those were also in '94. The first one of those that was even to come out was on, I want to say, the Sega 3X, I believe. And that came out even later than Doom 2. So, yeah. With all that in mind, let's see here. Official versions of Doom. Um, yeah. The first one was pretty much, November 21st of 94. I'm not really seeing anything earlier than that. And by that time, we already had like 1.7 for Doom, so yeah. Anyway, well then mind, I don't really see anything else I really want to talk about, so we're actually going to start the level proper. I tried recording this once before, but for some reason I had a weird sound problem, a weird issue, where basically my entire audio driver failed. What I mean by that is it just failed completely. It stopped working. It said that it was still playing sound or whatnot. It had it like stuck at like full volume, but it wasn't doing anything. And I basically had to restart my computer in order to break that. So yeah, hopefully this time it will go a bit better. Um, we got our Ultimate Doom screen here. Nice, classy Ultimate Doom screen. And the way to load these PWADs is basically just to take the file of the PWAD you want and drag it over your ZDoom or GZDoom executable. That's the easiest way with modern systems. Unless, of course, you have multiple WAD files, in which case you want to do something like WAD Loader or something like ZDL or something like that. There's also other ways, such as using the WAD Loader. Wait a second, I've already said that. There's the target line, and it works similar to how you'd use it in Quake and whatnot. You basically just type in like the map name you want, and it'll immediately look for it. So you have that. DOS, it probably works in a similar way. So if you have like the original DOS one, you'd probably type it in like map or something similar. I don't play these in the original version. I'm glad I don't. Because I hate the limitations of the original engine and all that. Yeah, so therefore, we don't do it. I actually played quite a few of these WADs in Chocolate Doom, including this one, and basically the original game and all that. So I have played quite a bit with the vanilla Doom and whatnot. I played I want to say a bunch of the first WADs, like the first 100 or so WADs, and like Chocolate Doom. So it's not the fact that I haven't had experience with the original Doom engine. It's just the fact of the matter that I prefer more modern mechanics and whatnot, such as the ability to mouse look, all that, from like the era of Quake and all that. So because of all that, I just said all that like 3 times, but yeah. Due to that, I prefer having something like GZ Doom, where I have no limitations such as that. My god, I keep saying that. Anyway, with all that in mind, we're going to be checking out ORIGWAD, which ORIGWAD is going to start off, a lot of these early WADs, almost every single one that I'm going to be playing, is not episodic. There's no episode-based WADs. As far as I've heard, apparently that changes a lot later, and apparently a lot of WADs apparently become episodes. But the big thing to remember about a lot of these 94 WADs is the fact of the matter that they're just singular levels. There'll be one level, we'll do it, that'll be the end of the WAD. At least the custom content. We'll then just get back to the regular vanilla game. And we're not playing through the vanilla game every single time we finish a WAD. So yeah, it really just changes one level in the game. And because of the fact of the matter of its position and whatnot, and its easy accessibility, this usually means that E1M1 is the one to be changed. Though usually it depends on the WAD. Sometimes it's E2M1, sometimes it's E3M1. But generally speaking, it's going to be E1M1 a lot. So what does this mean? Well, because of the fact of the matter that we're not getting really any custom content in there or whatnot, that means we're going to be hearing E1M1's track a lot. So, yeah, I hope you get getting used to E1M1's track. The alternative is basically just to turn off all music and not go insane due to E1M1. Yeah, not really sure which one you guys prefer. I guess I could turn off music. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn off the music. Because I don't want to hear E1M1's track over and over and over. So unless you guys really want to hear that music track, I'll turn this down. Forgot this isn't Quake where it's just instantaneous. Okay. So ultraviolence, of course, we'll just do E1M1, and that will be ORIGWAD. So with all that in mind, let's actually get underway. Oh look, we even get a little quote screen there that tells us that it's the 95 release of Ultimate Doom. Ain't that beautiful? And it's basically text over text. And there's a fly near my computer. Aha, got him. Okay. Well, this looks like E1M1. Yeah, this is the wrong thing. My bad. Apparently I didn't load it right. Let me try this again. Maybe I just selected the original one instead of loading it right. Whoopsie. There we are. That's the difference right there. Now, basically, the trick here is the fact of the matter that we have Vorknitz, you are awesome. But yes, let me actually get my chat messages up, because the fact of the matter that now we have somebody talking in my stream. So, yes. Oops. I didn't exactly expect Vorknitz to show up, but yes, he showed up, and now we are doing ORIGWAD. So yeah. I don't think he'll be able to hear me, sadly, but we'll make this work somehow, right? Anyway, the thing about ORIGWAD is the fact of the matter that, well, it basically sits enemies, as you can see in that corner. But two of the enemies are Barons of Hell, and we only get a small amount of ammo. So a big trick of this level, in order to get 100% completion, is to get as much infighting as you can, and try and beat up the rest of them by hand. And of course, we're going to lose a lot of health doing this. So, yeah. Also, because of the fact that we could not defeat the Barons with just our ammo that we have, we're probably going to have to resort to punching them a lot. So, there you go. This is the first time around we get punching Barons! Yay, right? Okay. Well, let's try and do this. Okay, let's try and move around. We gotta move around. Oh god, they're everywhere. Get away from me. Get away from me, you ugly freaks. We also got an awesome hollow mirrors effect right there. As you see, like, now it's kind of dark in there, but when it was lit up, you could see there was like a blurified effect. And yeah, that's called a hollow mirrors effect. It sometimes is a glitch that happens at various levels if you don't like texture it right. And yeah, it's pretty prevalent here because the fact of the matter that's only two rooms and one of them in the middle has a hollow mirrors. So yeah, we're going to have a bunch of blurriness that's not going to allow us to see anything. Yeah, that's going to be pretty awkward, ain't it? Yeah, the hollow mirrors effect is a pain in the butt because that means we're going to have to not see where the Barons are. So yeah, they're basically going to be able to throw projectiles at us without us seeing them. So yeah, we kind of have to lure them to where we are. Did I say this is going to be annoying? Because it is. Okay, we want... Oh! Ow, ow, ow! I got cornered. Of course I don't open the door. Chaos in the first few minutes is the hardest part. And of course, all the mirrors effect. And this level is actually pretty brutal. The end switch is right up there. But, we're trying to get 100% completion, so that's the hard part. That 100% kill. For the completionists in us, this level's going to be torture. If this was, trying to just complete the level by using whatever means, this level's easy. So pity us. Our obsession with killing everything in the level. Now we... Oh! Hey! Nearly hit me. It's so difficult to dodge them, and two of them. Okay, I get rid of... I need to take that ammo before the door closes. Okay, I gotta move between these two. Ah! See, there's so many projectiles, and that's part of the difficulty. And of course, then we have the hit scanner point right at his face when we start the level. Okay, that takes care of everybody but the Barons. I kinda got trigger happy there. Move over here! Aha! Yoo-hoo. So what I want to do is save... Oh, no, that's loading. I want to do is save here, and I'll save it over my test save, even. I really don't care about that test save anymore. Hi there, Baron. And, of course, I freeze up. So ain't it brilliant I saved? Because, yeah, I couldn't move for a second there. I noticed that in the last one, too. That's weird. In the, whatchamacallit, episode 4. But look at that. Look as the menu stays there. I can't really stay too long because I'm still trying to kill Barons, but you can see whatever stays there as a picture. Very weird. Play Hall of Mirrors. Did I say this is going to be painful? All because this Hall of Mirrors, really. That's a big part of the problem. Because you can't see what is attacking you. Gotta move through here. You really want to stay away from the area where two Barons are at you. That is where the biggest problem lies. You can control how they're doing this. Also, another difficulty is because of the fact that the door closes, you're going to have the difficulty of opening the door while your back is turned for a second. You can move over here. Yes, fuck that, you gotta love it. Of course, you can't hear any of this until afterwards, but hey. Okay, good. Time to punch the Barons. You want it, you love it. Time for the fun part, right? And here's why I call it Punch the Barons. I got 2 Barons. Just like every other time we had to punch Barons, right? Except now it's obligatory, or whatever you call it. Okay, we killed one of the Barons. There you go. Hey! Gotta keep dodging. Amazing how much we dodge it. Oh! Gotta keep strafing right. But strafe left a bit. I prefer right. Feels easier for me for some reason. And here's the trick known as circle strafing. Which you gotta master in order to kill the Baron. How many fists does it take to kill a Baron? Too many. We'll save here. Whoop. Gotta keep dodging. So many punches required to kill one Baron. Gotta love it, right? And it's gonna just get worse from here. Yes, I'm sorry about that, Vortex. And of course that's, you know, on your end with technical difficulties or whatnot. So, yeah, you gotta do what you can do, right? So, well then, let's actually get back to our game and punch it, Baron. Or, of course, getting hurt. Because that's the alternative, always. All you want to do is just keep doing this over and over. Eventually, we shall win. Or go insane for punching this Baron over and over, right? Ah. Gotta time it exactly right, and even then he'll throw sometimes faster. Like that. So it gets kind of random. Sometimes I'm not sure if he's just going to throw again immediately. And that's the difficult part, is when he'll throw right after the other one. Because you don't know when he's going to do that. There might be a pattern, but I don't know it. So we just gotta keep tricking this guy, because what's more fun than circling a demon over and over and over? Going insane from this. Surprised he hasn't tried saying Deathstalker vs. the Molitor episode 11, a Baron. And that's how you kill a Baron! 1, 2! 2 dead Barons right next to each other. Wow, look at that. That right there is just awesome looking, isn't it? 2 dead Barons. And they have like little bunny ears. Ain't that interesting? But yeah, that's 2 Barons here. You want it? It's dead. And we get an awesome looking forward motion effect right there, don't we? So here we have the switch, which exits this level. We have all 6 enemies killed, so that means 100% completion. Of course, we have no music because I turned it all off, so of course next we go to UNM2, nuclear plant, all that, blah blah blah, and we continue on. But we're not going to do that because that would be insane, and we're not insane. Anyway, on to level random number 2. What are we getting ourselves into? Find out in a few minutes. Or if you're on the YouTube video, just go into the next one in this channel.